G'day guys, and welcome back to Vermont Wildlife Science Station. Today we're going to be talking about Legomorpha Leporidae Silvilegus floridanus, or the Eastern Cottontail Rabbit. No, they don't come to your house during Easter, but they're just as cute when you see them in your backyard. Let's get into it. Next, let's go into some details on the cottontail rabbit. They can weigh 2 to 4 pounds, they have 2 to 3 inch long ears, their body length can go from 14 to 18 inches long, and they have a 1.5 to 2.5 inch white puffy cottontail, hence the name, the Eastern Cottontail Rabbit. They live typically about 15 months in the wild and 9 years in captivity. Isn't that fascinating? Next, let's go into their diet. Next, let's take a look here at the Eastern Cottontail's diet. Their diet is mostly herbivorous, consisting of clovers, grasses, dandelions, and a variety of garden crops. They eat woody items such as stems and low-laying shrubbery during the winter, and they've even been known to peck off the odd snail or insect. Isn't that fascinating? So not 100% herbivorous. They do once in a while eat insects and snails, but mostly it's herbivorous. They love garden crops like green beans, lettuce, and no, they do eat carrot, but they're not the hugest fan of carrot, hard to believe. They love grasses such as Timothy hay. They absolutely love clovers. And again, during the winter, they love eating the stems off of low-laying woody crops such as raspberries, blackberries, wild cherries, apple tree stems. It's fascinating. I was so shocked when I found out that they actually eat insects and snails. Next, let's go into their habitat. The habitat of the Eastern Cottontail Rabbit is an extremely wide range. They can go from Canada all the way down to South America. They live in fields, farms, swamps, woodlands, prairies, and a variety of different forest types, from boreal to even the rainforest. They adapt easily to their surroundings, making it easy for them to live in densely human populated areas, and they're mostly nocturnal, and they require a lot of dense brush and cover, which protects them from predators, and unfortunately that's very scarce during the winter. They don't shed their fur during winter, so they don't become white. That dark fur there that you can see bounces off the snow, and they're much easier for predators to see. So they really require dense thickets and brush, lots of evergreens and trees, things to hide in, things to burrow under. They don't have that in the winter, so they're more than likely to get pecked off by a predator during this time of the year. If you have a lot of dense brush on your property, you're more than likely to see an Eastern Cottontailed Rabbit. And no, they're not going to leave you any Easter eggs. Next, let's go into their behavior. The Eastern Cottontailed Rabbit is primarily nocturnal, but they will come out during the early morning and evening hours. During the day, they mostly hide from their predators like foxes, coyotes, cats, dogs, and raccoons. They run in zigzag motions and can reach speeds up to 25 miles an hour to escape a predator, and they can stay still for long periods of time to camouflage. This coat here, and I'll even bring this up so you can see this a little bit better. This coat here, during the summer months, during the warm months, and I'll even show you on the inside here. See the little babies? Right? You can see that if they stay perfectly still, you wouldn't see them. So they can stay perfectly still for long periods of time to camouflage into their surroundings during the warmer months, into the leaf litter, into the dirt, into the gravel, things like that. They can just blend. And when they do that, sometimes it's hard for a predator to get a beat on them, and they can't chase them. So they're pretty good at staying still. If you scare one, zoom, off they go, 25 miles an hour, leaping into the air. It's amazing. They're absolutely amazing creatures. And again, they're not going to leave you any Easter eggs while they're running that fast. I don't think they'll even leave Easter eggs while they're running slow. Just hopping along. I've yet to see one with a basket in their hand. Next, let's go into reproduction. The Eastern Cottontailed Rabbit breeds from spring all the way through to early August. Males perform courtship displays such as face-offs, which can result in a fight to attract a mate. Once they're pregnant, gestation lasts about 25 to 35 days, and babies are born blind and hairless in a shallow nest lined with soft grass and fur from their mommy's bellies. Babies are fully furred and can see within a week and are weaned at 4 to 5 weeks, becoming completely independent at that time. Now, a mother Eastern Cottontail Rabbit can have up to 35 young in as many as 7 litters a year. Due to the high mortality rate for juveniles, that offsets this breeding rate and creates stable numbers so they're not too overpopulated. Next, let's see where we can find them in Vermont. You can find the highest population concentration of Eastern Cottontail rabbits in the lower Connecticut River Valley regions and in Rutland and Bennington counties, respectively. We actually live in Bennington County, which is why we have a ton of cottontail rabbits in the yard. We like to call one of our cottontail rabbits Mr. Buns, or Sir Fluffum of Buns, Earl of Apple. And there's Madam Fluffum of Buns, Duchess of Carrot. We love them dearly. They're less common in Addison, Chittenden, and Grand Isle counties. But don't worry, if you look hard enough, you'll find one. You never know. Next, let's go into why they're so important. Although the Eastern Cottontail is a prolific breeder, can have up to 35 kittens in an entire year, and yes, their babies are called kittens, that doesn't mean that they're not important. They are a huge food source for a wide variety of predators, both birds of prey and large mammals in our state. The bobcats, raccoons, coyotes, owls, all kinds of animals eat the Eastern Cottontail as a primary food source. One animal, or two animals as I should say, that do not need to eat these guys as a primary food source are your cats and dogs. If you're going to leave your cats and dogs outside, try to do it in a confined space where they can get fresh air, but they can't become a problem for the local species. At this point, they're considered a nuisance animal in the wildlife web, and you don't want that to happen. You don't want your dog to raid a nest of baby rabbits. You don't want your cat to kill a squirrel or kill a rabbit or kill a bird. It's just not natural. They get their food at home. So please make sure to watch your pets outside or give them a confined area where they can't come into contact with wild animals, which will also prevent potential diseases and prevent any unnecessary deaths happening in the rabbit population. We hope you enjoyed this little adventure into the world of the Eastern Cottontailed Rabbit just in time for Easter. And we hope that you look out your window, because you never know when you're going to see one of these cute little guys hopping on by. No, it's not Peter Cottontail coming down the bunny trail. It's just your friendly old Eastern Cottontail bunny. He doesn't have a basket, he doesn't have candy, but he's just as cute to look at. Thank you for joining us here today. We hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the like, subscribe, and hit that bell button and click all so that you don't miss when we drop a new video. We hope to see you right here again. Stay safe, stay warm. It's a tad chilly out today, and we'll see you right here next time at Vermont Wildlife Science Station. See ya!